What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another live Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle against a subscriber/follower on Twitter. Today we're up against Finn in another mixed tier match. This time we're bringing a different team, and I've just been into the mixed tier matches lately. I don't know what it is. Something about not being restricted to the tiers has just been kind of invigorating for me. Anyway, this is probably going to be one of the last, if not the last, X and Y Wi-Fi battle on the channel. We're going to be moving into the new games coming up shortly. For me, that is next week, but by the time you see this video, it's probably a matter of days, or the game is already out, and I'm, just trying to make that transition. So we're going to ease into that, but today, a mixed tier match. As always, I encourage you guys, if you would like to show your support, of course, you can do so by, clicking the thumbs up button if you so choose, or you can leave a comment down below if you have suggestions. People have been wanting me to bring Nadia on Battle Spot. They want me to bring Nadia in a Wi-Fi battle, so I did it in Battle Spot last week, and today we're bringing Nadia, the defensive Salamence, to a Wi-Fi battle here. Not every day that in a mixed tier match I have no NU Pokemon, or P, or anything. My lowest tier Pokemon is RU, and that's kind of weird. But we have some interesting things, that's for sure. My opponent has some interesting things too. He's got a mostly UU team, it appears, but some very cool stuff. He's got two fossil Pokemon. He's got Rampardos and Bastiodon, Absol, which I'm guessing will be Mega, not positive on that. Of course, Noivern, Infernape, and Trevenant. On my side, I've got Nadia is going to be my Defogger. She's physically defensive. Intimidate, of course. And then we have Swampert, which is going to be our Stealth Rocker. An offensive Stealth Rocker with max attack and max HP. We're packing the Waterfall, Earthquake, and Ice Punch for that. Slowking is our specially defensive Pokemon. I believe I have T-Wave, Slack Off, Scald, and Psyshock on this particular Slowking. Then we have Rosie, our offensive Spiker. Roserade's always a lot of fun. That's another Pokemon that people have been suggesting. So there's a couple of different sets that people have been suggesting for Roserade. One of them being Assault Vest. I haven't gotten to that one yet, but we are bringing a Roserade. So a couple suggested Pokemon. Then we have Technitop. That's right, Turnip is returning, but this time he's not defensive. He's mostly a priority user with Mach Punch, Fake Out. I think, I don't think I have Sucker Punch. I think I actually have Pursuit, which can catch a lot of things, especially Ghost types, and Psychic types even, by surprise. So I love taking out Alakazams. You bring in Hitmontop and they expect to Fake Out or something like that, and they switch to try to avoid it, and you just KO them with a Technician Pursuit. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then, of course, we have Porygon Z. Good old Zed is back. He's a nasty plot user. Max HP, max speed, which is a really weird EV spread, but it works for me, so that's what I have. All right, so we got Shark, the Absol, against Slowking. Slowking. Okay, that's not good. That is not a good matchup. We need to switch. I don't know what I was thinking starting off with Slowking. And I don't think we can survive a knockoff or a Night Slash or whatever you have. I'm not confident. Not confident in that. I'm not physically defensive. And even if I was, Absol's attack is ridiculously high. If it's Mega Absol, it's even higher. Don't want to mess around with that, of course. So, what do we switch in? Turnip, I guess? I mean, he's not defensive. The other thing is, we have to think of what item do we want to lose. Because if he's probably going to go for knockoff, we need to be careful. But Turnip can take on Mega Absol one-on-one if we can take a hit. So hopefully he doesn't predict and go for like Psycho Cut or something. That'd be wiggity wham for sure. He opts to go for the Mega Horn. Interesting. Because, I mean, that would have been super effective, sure, but I'm not sure what you were predicting there. It's not very effective. Doesn't even bring us down to half. And if he's going to leave this in, we're going to KO it. Because we're going to Fake Out and then Mach Punch. And there's no way that Absol is taking that. There's the Fake Out. Oh my goodness, that did so much damage, and that's not Life Orb. That is, this Turnip is Assault Vest. Then we just click Mach Punch, and he leaves it in. Down it goes. That, ladies and gents, is how you take down a Mega Absol. There are many ways, of course, because it's so freaking frail and cannot take hits to save its life. But there you go, Technitop doing some work. Now we have revealed that, we're offensive. Which, I'm assuming my opponent is savvy enough to figure that out after not having Intimidate, but, you You know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying something, but it doesn't make sense. Out comes Trevenant, and I'm assuming you are going to try to do things like Will-O-Wisp. I don't know if I like that so much. I really don't want to be burned. I mean, I have Pursuit. That's not going to one-shot you. And the question is, what kind of Trevenant is this? Is this going to be the Lum Rest variant with Harvest, or is this going to be the Citrus Harvest subseeding one, which I really don't enjoy. Really don't. But speaking of things that I don't enjoy, something I do enjoy is Trevenant's shiny model. Look at that. It is gorgeous. One of the best shiny Pokemon of this generation. Amazing. He does go for the Will-O-Wisp, and so Rosie comes in because we do have the natural cure, so we can get rid of that burn if need be. And Sludge Bomb, I would think, would be a 2-hit KO. The only question is, are you Citrus? Because I can't Sleep Powder you. So, you know what? I will go for a Sludge Bomb here. And he may even switch, because he knows that this might not be the best matchup. I don't know. Or if he is Citrus, he could stay in and just Shadow Claw, knowing that he'd be relatively safe, other than getting poisoned, of course. Because if he's Citrus, then he's not Natural Cure, so he can't get rid of it that way, and he probably also doesn't have Rest if he's Citrus. So Poison could be a concern. I don't know, we'll see. He does opt to stay in, takes the Sludge Bomb, that does well over half. That's a good 60%, and it appears as though he is Citrus, and there's no Poison, so that actually is very bad for us. He's going to get a Shadow Claw off, and yeah, that's going to be an easy 2-hit KO, especially with the burn. I don't think he even needed the burn. So that isn't exactly the best thing for us. Now we have a decision to make. Do we want to try to save Rosie with 20 HP? I don't know what we would use it for other than coming into maybe Sleep Powder or something. What we can do is set up a layer of spikes and then go down here. And that honestly might be our best thing to do. Trying to look at my team here, seeing if I want to switch anything in. I mean, I guess we could switch in Nadia, but we're just going to get burned. Like, literatively and... Literatively? Did I really just make up a word? Literatively. I don't even deserve to complete that sentence, but I'm going to go for it. I meant to say figuratively and literally, and I just combined it and said, you know what? Who needs two words when you can just combine whatever you want into one word and just say literatively? I should do that more often. No, I shouldn't. I should learn the language that's supposed to be my native language. Oh dear. Okay, so Rosie goes down. We get up a layer of spikes, and I don't know. We don't have much of this Trevenant. Out of everything on his team, this is probably the most problematic thing for this team. The Citrus and Will-O-Wisp combination is bad. Slowking doesn't want to have status despite having the Regenerator, and then everything else is a physical attacker with the exception of Zed here, and it looks like that's what I'm going to bring in. I really don't want to set up nasty plots right away, but I'm thinking we're going to have to here. We get the download that's going to raise our physical attack. So I wonder if this is like specially defensive Trevenant. I mean, he didn't take the Sludge Bomb that well. I'm not positive that a non-stab Dark Pulse would just one-shot this thing. So what I'm going to do is set up a nasty plot. We're going to try to get around that Citrus Berry. I don't want him just constantly recovering stuff. So he is going to go for the Horn Leech. And that does a solid 30% or so. And that'll get him back up into like the 90% range. He is going to harvest his Citrus Berry. Oh, I thought he harvested it the turn before. Or even the turn before that. I must have missed that. Anyway, we can go for a Dark Pulse here at +2. You know, Porygon Z has a ridiculous special attack stat. Even though this is not stab, I don't expect Trevenant to survive this. We do outspeed because Trevenant is slow as can be, and I'm invested in my speed. Because, you know, because I am. This is a really weird set that I have. Max HP and Nasty Plot with Recover, and foregoing all of the great coverage moves that Porygon Z has to just opt for Dark Pulse and Tri Attack. So Dark Pulse is for the Ghost types that you can't hit with Tri Attack, obviously. Dark Pulse also hits Steel types pretty well. And yeah, it hits Rock types for neutral damage as well, so that's always good. Alright, so Trevenant is out of the way. Like I said, that was the most problematic out of everything. But the reason I didn't want to set up Nasty Plots is because he still has this Christmas bat, Shiny Noivern, waiting in the wings, which naturally outspeeds every single thing on my team. Even when Rosie was alive, she would not have helped us here. So we just, every time this thing comes out, we're just going to have to take a big hit from it. I don't know if it's going to be choice specs. I don't know what he likes to run on it. Most are offensive. Well, just about all are offensive. Some can be pivots, though. So I'm going to go into Slowking to take a hit, and he opts to go for the Dragon Pulse, so he possibly doesn't have the Draco? It's rare that sets will run both Draco and Dragon Pulse, and judging by that damage, I don't know what to make of that. It doesn't look like choice specs damage. I know you have to factor in that I had the lefties, but that just did not do much at all. We didn't see Life Orb, so Expert Belt, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe you're choice and you're a choice Scarf user instead of choice specs, which is possible. But Noivern is already so fast that it's not common to see it as a choice Scarf user. So I'm pretty confident that Slowking can take this on, even if he's not choiced. I don't think that Noivern really gets anything that would really worry Slowking here. So we can T-Wave this, and that's what I'm going to do. First and foremost, we want to slow this thing down, because what did I mention just a few moments ago? This thing outspeeds every single thing on my team, so we're going to mitigate that immediately. Have that not be a problem. So if he wants to switch it out, so be it. This thing is essentially neutered now. Even if it's a choice Scarf user, it's essentially neutered. And we can see how much Psyshock does. We can slack off. We have the Regenerator on Slowking, so I'm feeling pretty safe here. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Psyshock this turn, as he just continues to go for Dragon Pulse. Now, that may just be his best move to use on Slowking, or he's just choice. I don't know. I really don't know, and that did not enough. I mean, yeah, that's a solid like 30-35%, but I was hoping it would do over a half, because Noivern, it isn't that bulky. I will go for a slack off here. If he gets a crit, we're dead. Probably shouldn't have said that. No, it's not a crit. Slowking does survive. Gets off that nice slack off. We're going to get lefties recovery. It's a whole nice thing. That sentence made no sense. I've been doing that a lot in this battle. Just saying things that don't make sense. More than usual. I say things that don't make sense in every single video on my channel, but this one, I don't know. This one, it's up there. It is up there. Alright, so there's the Dragon Pulse again. I can't believe he's staying in. He's not really getting anywhere. He's not going to win this matchup unless he's just opting to sacrifice this. I went for the Scald there, thinking he might switch here. That would be the time that he would switch. And I was hoping I could catch something like, I don't know, Bastion maybe coming in, predicting a Psyshock. That didn't happen, so now I'll go for Psyshock again. Might as well. And he's staying in again. Now, this Psyshock is not going to kill, I don't think, judging by how much it did before. But, yeah, he's kind of in a bad spot. If we can get rocks up later on, it will be dead, if he would want to switch out here. But I don't know how he wants to play this. It seems like he's just sacrificing it just to get a safe switch into something like maybe Rampardos, which could be part of the strategy. Because looking at my team, I don't think anything avoids the 2-hit KO from Head Smash. So I think he just is going to pick up a KO there. Let's see. I don't know. He's thinking about his move. Maybe he is going to switch. He's at least considering it right now. Right now, he's considering. Do I want to bring in Bastion on a Psyshock? Decisions. But we do have the spikes up, so that's at least good. If he has like Rocky Helmet on that Bastion, that sturdy is gone, which is good. Very good. He is going to withdraw. I had a feeling he was going to do that. I should have went for... in comes the Rampardos. And he's going to take a little bit of damage due to the spikes, of course, and we get the slack off. I should have went for Scald there, because it would have taken out the Noivern and Rampardos, Infernape, and Bastion. None of those Pokemon like taking a Scald. So, and I had the Regenerator in my back pocket to switch out, of course, so that was kind of silly. Not a good play. If you couldn't tell, I don't use Regenerator Pokemon too often, so I often either just straight up forget about the fact that they have Regenerator, or I just don't play it very well, which is what happened there. Now we have this Rampardos in, which came in safely, which is one thing you just don't want to have happen. Regardless of whether he's Choice Band or Life Orb or Choice Scarf, it doesn't matter. Head Smash destroys lives. And I have nothing that wants to take it. Turnip is going to be, not one-shotted, it'll be two-shotted because it's not very effective. Zed will be one-shotted. Slowking probably one-shotted or very close to it. Nadia, even with an Intimidate, it's still a type mismatch there. And even Swampert. I'm not, max defense. I don't think we could take 2 head smashes. I mean, he would take all kinds of recoil and basically sacrifice himself just to get a KO on something. But I guess that's what we have to do. Looking at the rest of his team, Swampert, I don't feel like I need it. Yeah, it has a type advantage on a lot of Pokemon. It can one-shot Bastion. Oh well, we're going into Swampert here. There's the head smash. Oh my goodness, look at that damage. Are you kidding me? He does almost 50% to himself in recoil, but that is a resisted hit. Unbelievable amounts of damage. I'm going to opt to go for Stealth Rock here in the off chance he doesn't want to kill me off, but he is. And Swampert, just like that, goes down. It's a 2-hit KO on a resisted hit. Unbelievable. That is probably Choice Banded. Jeez. Okay. But at the very least, we're in a good position here because, yeah, Swampert just got, I don't know, trampled on, basically. Just got run over. We can just bring in good old Turnip, and we can Mach Punch this thing to death. No reason to go for Fake Out. We can Mach Punch because he has the Christmas Bat, which will die to a Mach Punch. And actually, that's what he's going to send out here as fodder. Not a bad play at all, considering it's pretty much useless at this point due to the paralysis and the low HP range. So he's going to go down to a Mach Punch. He didn't really have any other options. The Rampardos was going to go down to a Mach Punch. And he has Infernape, which I think that 2 Mach Punches actually might take it out. Because it's pretty frail, and Technitop is not to be underestimated. That Technician with, stab Mach Punch, it does a lot of damage, and Infernape is frail. So there's that, and then Bastion, we outspeed. It's going to take some damage due to the spikes. So the Sturdy will be gone, and then we can hit it with a close combat, and that'll be the end of that. And in fact, that may be what happens here. I think that Technitop actually just cleans up his team. I keep calling it Technitop, but his name is Turnip. He has a name. Use his name, Joe. Use his name. You don't need to just generalize and stereotype. Call him by his name. You named him that. You raised him from a little Tyrogue. Jeez. All right, Shield Face comes out, which is a telling nickname. He has a lot of shiny Pokemon. I'm just realizing this. A lot of his Pokemon were shiny. In fact, his whole team may have been. I don't know. He opts to go for the Protect to see what I'm going to do. He doesn't think that I'm choiced. I know that much because I had Fake Out. So, I mean, as much as I would love to take credit for using a Choice Banded Fake Out user, I haven't done it. I have not done it. I don't have the cojones, I guess. So we're going to go for a close combat here anyway. It kills everything on his team. He's got Rampardos with like 50% of his HP. Infernape definitely won't take a close combat plus a Mach Punch. And Shield Face here just dies to it, pretty sure. I know it has a ridiculous amount of defense, but it's 4 times super effective. He's going to withdraw. He's going to withdraw, and he's going to send out his Hayuka. Probably said that wrong. If you had a Focus Sash, that is gone, of course, and this might just be a one-shot as well. There's the close combat, and it is a one-shot. So the shiny Infernape is going to go down. We are going to lower our defenses, but he doesn't have any priority users. The Rampardos will die to a Mach Punch, definitely. So I'm not worried about that. So he can be Scarfed, it's fine. It just comes down to whether or not the Shield Face here can take a close combat. And if he can, and he fires off a Metal Burst, then Turnip is gone. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna go for close combat. I feel like we're in a good position here, even if he manages to survive, which I don't think there's really a chance that that'll happen. But if it does, we do have anything. Like my entire team can come in and clean up what's left, pretty much. The Rampardos would be the only thing to worry about. because this is going to take so much damage from the close combat, even if it doesn't go down. So I think we're okay here. And we still have Nadia, which has not gotten into the battle yet. In fact, that's the only Pokemon that hasn't gotten into the battle, and that was the suggested Pokemon. Although Roserade was too, so we got her in there, even though poor Rosie didn't do too well. But she did get the spikes up, which could have really made the difference in this match. I don't know. You know, you have the Sturdy with the Bastiodon here, and the Infernape could very easily have been Focus Sash. That's somewhat of a common thing. So we outspeed, of course, because it's a Bastiodon, and we get the close combat off, and that HP bar just dropped. That just dropped very, very quickly. Down goes poor shiny Shield Face here, and the Rampardos is the final remaining Pokemon on my opponent's side, and a Mach Punch will indeed finish him off, especially after Spikes. He's going to be at like 25% of his health. So that Rampardos, so my biggest takeaway from this battle was that Rampardos is power. Oh my goodness. If that is Choice Banded, you need to, like, I don't know, you know, if you're Jolly or whatever, it doesn't matter. Pair that with Sticky Web use, and that can destroy entire teams. It kills everything, including things that resist it. The power is insane. So thank you very much for the match, Finn. I hope you enjoyed it. We've had a couple on the channel, like a lot of people that seem to be in these battles lately. I'm sure we'll have some more, especially as the new games come out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this battle as well. This team did fairly well. I'll probably just throw a different team together going forward in the next battle. And the next battle may even be a Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire match. I'm not really sure. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like rating or a comment or whatever you would like to do. And I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.